I didn't recognize it. Like, it didn't stand out to me.
You didn't feel like they're taking their sweet ass time while like everyone's dying in
They were in a separate battle. They had their own thing going.
But they had like their thing going for like so many times. I don't know. I just feel like I get it though. It's like I get both sides. I get it also to drive the plot and everything, and to like square away. I don't know, for some closure for Kale or something. I don't know. It was just like hit or miss for me. I was like, I feel they could have just skipped it and gone straight to where they needed to be and not waste as many resources.
Yeah, seriously.
Especially in time of war. Like, focus on the big picture, guys.
They're like taking their time resting after the battle.
And fucking. Every time they had sex, I got pissed. I was like, y'all are fucking and people are dying in the north.
You don't want to read Blood and Ash.
Yeah, exactly.
They're fucking during the middle of the fucking fight. In the middle of the fight.
I swear.
And like, I was like, yo, like Morath or whatever, they're fighting only 9 to 5. Like, they go to bed at night. I'm like,
it's true.
I was like, yo, they're giving you guys the night to sleep, but I get it, their strategy too. But like, I just found it funny how like after like 6 p.m. Okay, no, we're fighting. Okay.
It's game time.
Bedtime.
Yeah, I was like, maybe I would have like.
That's a good strategy. Tire them out.
You're really cocky.
Oh. Okay, last point.
I don't get why that dude, the king, not king, but the whatever, the Kale's dad was so resistant to give them a little piece of something. Like,
he's very prideful.
Yeah, but like your whole family left you, and your whole people are gonna die. Like,
it's all he has.
Yeah, I know.
He's like one of those people where it's all he has, so they just protect it.
But he doesn't even decorate all he has. It's all bland and shit. I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah,
Like,
but it's like, one of those, like, I guess, like, there's those people that just hoard.
Yeah.
Mm.
He seems very controlling.
Yeah.
But it was interesting for me, the Wildman, like, coming into this point, because it had been mentioned in, like, books 1 and 2, and you're just like, okay, like, this is a random piece of information. Mm-hmm. But this was, like, a cool way where it, like, comes back.
I didn't remember Cain was from the Wildman or whatever.
Yeah.
I did not remember that.
I don't know. So I thought that was, like, kind of cool that, of course, they're, like, okay people. They're not actual, like, shits, you know?
Well, we learned quickly that most people are on the land are they just want peace.
Yeah.
They just want to chill, like. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Meanwhile, in Terrasen, it's a shit show. Lysandra, for like half of it, is like also doubling as Aelin. Mm-hmm. Everyone's dying on the battlefield. Also, Rolf shows up with the Mycenians, which is like really cool.
Kind of hot. Like,
right?
Honestly,
right?
Rolf
yeah.
I was like, woo!
Like, maybe Rolf and Fenris. Who knows?
Who knows, honestly. But someone needs to take Rolf
quick, because like, I'm coming.
He's I'm down for him. I wish we knew more about him. Like, I bet there'd be a really dirty kind of like really sexy role.
Like with a parrot-like hair. Ooh, like,
honestly. Yeah.
No, literally everyone gets squared away. Even Ansel, whatever, of Barclay gets with the quiet dude.
Which actually makes no sense.
I'm like, didn't you betray his whole...
She almost killed his dad.
Yes.
And him.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's like, you can't come back from that.
Don't be twisting it into some lover's thing.
Yeah.
Haters to lovers.
Yeah, now he's like, what's the word? Like, when you have, like, attachment from someone who's kidnapped you?
Like,
Stockholm.
Yeah, Stockholm.
Yeah, it's like Stockholm.
Honestly, yeah.
And bro didn't say anything. I thought he would be like, thank you, Aelin, or something. Oh my god, she did. Everyone got squared away, man.
Yeah, no, it's true. They all got doubled up. But I really like this because I was so angry at Aelin at this point too. Like, we're still in part 1, so Aelin, this is when he's being a total dick to Lysandra. And she's like,
oh yeah,
I have been degraded and humiliated in so many ways for so many years. Her voice shaking, not from fear, but from the tidal wave that swept up everything inside her, burning alongside the wound in her leg. But I've never felt as humiliated as I did when you threw me into the snow, when you called me a lying bitch. Yeah, I couldn't believe you did that. In front of our friends and allies, never. I was once forced to crawl before men, and gods above, I nearly crawled for you these months, and yet it takes me nearly dying for you to realize that you've been an ass. It takes me nearly dying for you to see me as human again. And I was like, yeah, fucking take that, Avian, you piece of
Literally.
shit.
So
I swear to
true.
God.
I'm surprised
so
she
angry.
forgave him after
I
that.
agree. I agree.
Should have been groveling for months.
She was a wyvern. Like, she was every animal. Like, she was everybody. Like,
She was everyone. There's like, oh yeah, they have like 50,000 people behind them, but she's like doing everything.
Like, as if she chose this. Like, Aelin told her to do this.
mm-hmm.
It's like,
And he's all
what do you want her to
pissy
do?
because he feels like she like. I don't understand. I get it. Like, I get why he was like upset and like deceived or whatever. But like, she's literally doing her duties. Like, someone told her to
it's
do
not
this.
about
Like,
him.
fam, like, leave me alone. I'm trying my best here. Literally.
Yeah.
I know. I just feel like, yeah, I did not like that at all.
Yeah,
I was
Aelin
surprised
Was on
that-
thin ice.
I was like, in my head, I was like, is like Sarah setting him up to die or
Literally.
something,
Like,
like
he
for us
was-
to hate him?
He was
Because-
on Tamlin like levels.
levels.
That's
Like,
true.
Of course, he's blonde. That doesn't help.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
he's
inspo.
the
for
Maybe he's the
Tamlin.
inspo. The knight in shining armor, bitch. Like,
It's so sad because I loved Avian
mhm.
until this book. And like
Yeah.
he gets better at the end, but like this whole first part, I was like, you're shit.
Yeah. No. I feel like the angle was for him to be like you know when you're really in a hopeless place, you just start lashing out at people who are
Yeah.
around you. But the
Yeah,
execution of it was like way too like
He was way too harsh.
harsh,
on her.
especially on her
Way
with her
harsh.
past. Like, come on.
Way harsh.
Okay, B. Lysandra carried.
I agree. Literally, she carried. Same thing for the last books, basically. Like, she did the lion's share of a lot in this book, like, for a lot of the war.
The lion share, the snow leopard share.
Yeah. Oh, wait, literally, so, like, everyone was applauding for Irene. I was like, anyone gonna applaud for Lysandra? Like,
She's doing a lot
guys.
of fighting. Yeah.
she's every animal. She's carrying. She's a human. Like, the fact that she only learned to be a wyvern like 5 seconds ago and is already carrying cargo and people. Like,
Honestly.
I'm just, I don't know. It's just not enough recognition for the magnitude of stuff she's doing. She's going from snow leopard to wyvern to sea dragon to like, and she has like 0 energy, but she's still doing it. She's
I
naked
know.
half the day. Like, I don't
And
know.
it's like she's got so good. Oh yeah, she just throws a cape on.
Yes.
She like goes from like being a
Yeah.
wyvern to
Where
like
does she find these
Aelin.
clothes?
Like,
She's
oh,
always grabbing a cloak. from
Okay,
somewhere.
Evangeline, let's go to bed. Okay, goes back to wyvern. Like, it's like doing everything, being a mom, being like the savior of the
Seriously.
land, and Adian's just like,
Like Jesus Christ.
ugh, these dudes are so broody. But yeah, she did everything again. So props to her.
Do you disagree, Kay?
No, I don't disagree. I really like Lysandra. I think she did do a lot.
Was she carrying? Let's talk about something different.
I think that everyone played their part because listen, the witches came. You know, they
did come.
came. They did their part. Adian led the armies. Lysandra did her thing on the distracting flanks.
And it was Adian's idea to call for help because it was his call for help that got the witches to contact
That's
him.
true.
Yeah. So
When I read that, I was
yeah.
like, fine.
Everyone played their part. She did a really good part. What she could do.
Did you feel it was necessary for her to pretend to be Aelin?
Mm.
Because after a while, I was like, does she need to? I feel like if she told people that like Aelin was in prison, they would probably be like maybe more driven to.
Yeah.
But
I think it was just the whole thing where like the allies were arriving, you know, when
Mhm.
like on the beach there.
yeah,
So I guess the fear was that if she didn't, they wouldn't like stay. Cause like as
Oh,
you said, Aelin's like a symbol.
true.
So she's like the rallying force, and I guess the concern was like if she wasn't there. But then again, it had the opposite effect where like troops were like losing their spirits.
But
'cause,
I thought
like,
she's
she
not
wasn't-
doing anything. Like
Yeah.
she's not using her power. She's not even showing her power. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
she was disappearing.
I didn't understand Lysandra's plan though, where she was like, okay, I'm gonna be Aelin, but I'm gonna disappear for like randomly, and no one's gonna say anything, and everyone was like, where'd she go?
Yeah, I know.
Why is she gone?
Critical
Like-
moments.
Seriously, forever too.
Oh God. I mean, that is classic
it
Aelin.
didn't
but
work out as planned, but like it did get everyone to join in.
True. It
Yeah.
did.
And then even though during they were kind of like,
But when Adian got like demoted and stuff, I was like, oh, poor him. But I was also like, that's what you get for
But it was so out of nowhere.
Yeah, for no reason. I was like, why?
I was like, it's such a stupid reason. Like, you're gonna take his sword. Like, okay. He'll fight with a different sword. It's just like.
But did
Daryl
Daryl even use the sword?
attacking him.
He's just
I
holding the
like,
sword.
Like,
But in war, like, what are you doing with the sword? You're hiding in the building with the children.
What was the
like,
fucking point with Darrow? He's like just being a force like contrary to Aelin, like, and that's what this point was. But like, I'm like, everyone's gonna die, Darrow.
yeah,
Like, what's the point of taking Aelian's
sword at this time.
Yeah, I'm like,
destroying his like resilience and his motivation to fight by like I don't know, just hurting his ego for no reason.
yeah.
Even though you're not doing anything, you're just chilling with the children in the building. Like, you're just too old to do anything. So you're just. I don't understand the
And
point.
everyone in the army was like, "We're just gonna listen.
We're just gonna keep doing what we're doing."
Which is
Okay?
actually annoying because I would hate to lead people and I have no authority.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You kept saying Killian. I was like, who's Killian again?
Yeah,
I know, it's so like,
who?
I just feel like he's kicking, like, people are tearing each other from the inside, and it's like, you have the biggest threat in the whole fucking universe. Like, why?
You're worried about the sword?
Like,
This is order
it's
of
so
the sword.
stupid.
Oh, did you like the part where I don't know if this is in your slides where what's his name, Knox?
Oh,
When he's like, "Oh, you're not Aelin," and she was like,
Yes.
"How? Why would I not be like? Why would I know some lowly na na na?" And he's like, "Well, I was the thing. I forgot who he was until I was like, and I was like, oh shit, book one."
I was like, oh
I
my
forgot.
god, it's that guy. Like,
Yeah.
they were like close, like they were friends.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I
that's
forgot to put that on
crazy.
my slides, but it was so epic.
He
when
was a
Knox
thief,
shows
right?
up.
Or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was a
from
thief.
book one.
The one she became closest friends with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she told him to
To
get
bounce,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
That
so
was good.
cool.
Yeah, we talked about that ridiculous section. Can it get any worse? Which battle
Same.
scenes?
All of Terrasen.
Like,
All the Terrasen battle scenes, like all the other battle scenes when we're like with other people, it's like not that bad. But the Terrasen ones, you're like,
yeah, they're like,
literally they're
we
dead.
have 4 arrows left, but there's 100,000. I was like, bro,
Yeah, they're like never ending.
Y'all are gonna die.
Which is coming like flying in
Yeah,
from
honestly.
Morath.
I just was like, because Terrasen in the beginning of the book is like a shit show, and you're like, they're dead. And Aelin's still captive.
yeah,
And you're like, how is she gonna get there on time?
exactly.
Yeah.
The whole book, I'm like, Terrasen's fucked. Terrasen's fucked. And then okay, like the Iron Teeth show up, or the Mycenians show up, or like, you know, the Crocians show up.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. But it's like hanging by a fucking thread every time.
Yeah. And she, of course, the Aelin and stuff show up literally the day everyone's gonna die. So they have no supplies left, nothing left. And it's all because, like, the thing came to her and said, you all need to go up north now. Like, they need your help now.
Down.
Because they were just dilly-dallying, camping.
They were in their tents. Yeah.
Chilling. I'm like, bro.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
it's bad weather. I'm not gonna walk today.
It's cold outside.
Let's just snuggle and make hot chocolate.
Yeah, like, God.
I was like, okay, guys.
Because I like,
Hey, I hate winter too. Okay, like I don't know why.
okay, but damn, like,
I'm
people
not
are
walking in the snow.
It's like you guys are here fighting. I get it now. The thing about like Anielle, because it's like, yeah, you guys are fighting this local thing, but there's literally 100,000 like more people
walking
about
on
to
Morath.
kill like your homeland. Like, chop chop, let's go. Like sorry, I know you were in prison, but we did waste like 3 months.
But they
like,
would continue past Anielle. The same as Paranth. Like Paranth was overtaken,
True.
and they were coming from Paranth. Like, they would have just been like more.
but they could have fought them there. Fucked kill dad. Like, it's just like just the cutbacks in the book where it was just like, okay, like Aelin and Co, like chilling, and then you come back to like them fighting,
Yeah.
and they're like, we're about to die every day. I just kiss you
Yeah,
once a day,
and
twice a
Andrew's always
day. Like,
okay, it's our last
I
day.
know.
last day today.
Oh,
I haven't slept. Who?
It's like despair after despair after despair, and when
Yeah.
everyone else it doesn't seem as bad. So I like my anxiety for like whenever we were in the Terrasen scenes was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Eating battle is hard.
I mean, basically though, like what I don't understand is how long it takes them like 3 weeks to get from Anielle to Terrasen, right? And they take so long to start walking, and when they finally start walking, Terrasen's fucked.
Yeah.
Well, when you think about it, like wars last, like there's a 100-year war.
Yeah, they
wars
last
last
forever.
a long time.
Yeah, but not when you have 100,000 people literally outside your gates.
True.
You know, it's
They
like different.
yeah, they could have just like blasted y'all like off the map.
I
like,
don't
right.
know. And they had a strat. They were like defeating all of their witch towers. Like
True.
they were doing some damage.
Working all day, every day until 6 p.m. Like,
It was fucked.
yeah, it was quite. I don't know. It was. I get the way. Like a lot of the books, because this reminded me of book 3 of Avatar, the big war, right? Like the big.
Wings of Throne.
Yeah, the big setup and everything. It kind of had not similar stakes, but it was kind of similar where it's like it makes you give the impression that they're like failing, but then
Yeah.
someone comes
They
in
swoop
to
in.
help. Like,
And that happens multiple times, and like one of them is here, the Mycenians with Rolf. But I put this point too because it's interesting because we get all these legendary or like mythical people that like pop out of the woodwork, right?
Yeah.
You get like the Mycenians, you get the Northern Fae, you have the like wild men, and it's cool. Like all these like legends, they like pop out of the woodwork. I mean, I have comments on the execution of that actually happening, but I don't know. I thought it was cool. And like when Rolf shows up with the Mycenians, it's like, oh, that's fucking sick because they
Yeah.
were fucked at that point.
they were.
And this is the first time they're totally fucked, and then the Mycenians show up, and then the second time is like the Crotians, and then the third time is the Northern Fae.
I agree.
And, or no, actually the third time is the Wild Men, and like all of Anielle, and the fourth time is the Northern Fae. But
I found it really cool. I mean, I agree with you on the execution. I mean, I assume we'll be discussing it. I mean, how y'all got time to be drawing word marks while you're fighting for your life? But anyway, it's okay. Like, whatever. I mean, I'm surprised they stayed on the ground, but anyway.
Like Mycenians with Wolf, what I didn't understand was the like fire lances. Like, what the fuck is that?
I
It's
don't-
just,
I
like,
didn't even
it's just like a
understand.
spear with fire.
With some sort of, but it's like a special fight. Isn't it like similar almost to Aelin's fire that can kill
And it's like on
Val?
a spear and it just spears out.
I think
That's
so.
what
Who
I was
made it?
yeah, I
imagining.
think so.
Something like that. Yeah.
Weren't we talking about this in book 5, the fire lances?
Yeah. 'Cause
Because
then
was,
she
like,
made- she
doing
placed
a
an
big
order, yeah.
or something for like a fire
Yeah.
lance.
Where did her
And
order-
they were,
did her order
using
come
it,
in?
like, I don't
Or
know.
was that her order?
That's the order.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're gonna need those things.
Wait, but didn't the people? I thought in the South in book 6 they also placed an order, or they doubled the order, or something, or Kale placed an order too, or something. No, for the fire lance.
Oh yeah. So
Or
I think it was
something.
all of that.
Oh.
So yeah, that's what I mean about
They were
execution.
useful.
Like sometimes there were some like question marks.
I mean, they lasted to the last day. All their supplies
Oh,
lasted.
Shit. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
What are we at?
If are we done with
Yep.
Terrasen? Okay. Moving on to
Ooh.
Dorian and Manon's adventures.
He was like what, a raven? Or
Yeah.
He was.
This is like when he decides he's gonna try to start shape shifting because he kills a Quran queen. He like is able to get that power.
Jordan's a badass.
He is.
Yeah, and then that's the scene of like when Manon becomes the Crotian queen and kills.
Interesting.
Well, okay, look, I don't know, like
Is it
I know my
Croken?
I say
pronunciation.
Croken.
Is it not Croken? Like
Croken.
Locken? Like
Lorcan.
yeah, like
But Lorcan doesn't have an H.
No,
but it's
Locan.
Locan.
Like elite
Loken.
Locan.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are right. I have sometimes trouble with the
That's
pronunciation.
how I got it. I was like Croken. That's how I
Okay,
kind of
Croken.
understood it.
That makes sense. Kroken. And then this is when she kills the Yellow Legs. The Blue Bloods chick runs away, and she like lets her grandmother run away.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yellow Legs were like mean from the start.
Yeah.
Like, fuck
Yeah,
that.
they're shits. And then that's the horn of like rallying the Krokens from all the like hearths into
Mhm.
battle, which I thought was so cool
That
that,
was
they've
cool.
been like low-key hidden all these years.
Kissing their babies. Bye. I'm gonna go fight now.
But
Bye.
they take their broom.
Yeah, their
from
broom from the
basement
dungeon or whatever. I was like dead. Husbands were like, "You were a witch, bitch." Like,
Yeah, like all these years you were a witch and you didn't tell me. I keep my broom in the closet. It's like my Dyson.
Your Dyson.
Right off. Oh my god. Caleb flies off on her Dyson.
I'm coming, witchlings. I'm coming.
I got a mission.
Oh my god. Refill? Joy, do you want wine?
No, I'm okay.
That's good, thank you.
Risky.
It is risky, yeah.
Hilarious. But yeah, Dorian. I I was getting worried when he was in Morath, but my respect for him grew in this book. I was like,
Wow.
he's doing things. Like, he's not just a pretty face. Like, he's learning new skills and shit on his own. What?
I love Dorian.
So many other people. I'm like, Aelin, how come you didn't try shapeshifting?
When they okay, I almost initialized me, but when he said his dad's name was Dorian, I was like,
I
was
know.
like, oh,
Oh my gosh.
oh.
I know. Oh.
my heart.
Maybe Dorian is a savant or whatever, because he learns things quick.
He's really
Like,
He learned it so fast.
it's like he learned to summon healing power shit. Like, he learned all kinds of stuff real quick. Like, in 5 seconds. I'm like, just...
I mean, he didn't do anything, which was what, he was thinking about it.
I know.
But I was also like, yo, that's actually, I'm not mad about it. To
No, of
figure out
course.
what makes a woman,
Turn
like,
on.
yeah, what a good use of it.
My concern was more like he picked one of the girls in the camp and he's like, I'm gonna shift into her body. And like, I find that freaking awkward. And then let's say he did want to like test out touching himself.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, that's fucking awkward.
Yeah,
because
that's
it's
like really
touching
awkward.
someone.
Yeah.
Like, if it was you, you'd be like,
It feels like an invasion of privacy somehow.
that's true.
I felt like that was really weird.
Wait, was this the part where I think Manon was walking and then she like saw him and like
Yeah,
him as
she
someone
said
and she
that.
was like, what?
Yeah,
What is he
exactly.
doing?
What you doing over there?
He learned shapeshifting so fast.
Really
though.
fast.
Like,
On his own, like self-taught. Like,
yeah, because we had issues with the soundtrack going like full OP last book, and I'm like, this is like that times 1,000.
Well, you know what else? He learned freaking mental mastery. The what do you call it again? That what Ryzen can do, where you can go into people's minds and stuff. He learned that
Oh, yeah.
in
he
2
was really
seconds.
good.
With Maeve. He was able to like reverse brain.
She's really strong.
So maybe Dorian is like the OG, like super powerful Fae, because otherwise it feels too much like too OP,
Yeah.
compared to everyone else.
Because he started off like, oh, I can change my eye color, and then all of a sudden he's like a
Like,
woman, like
I'm a bird.
wyvern.
I'm a wyvern.
I'm a bird. I'm a plane.
I'm a wyvern. I'm Dorian. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Not killing.
Y'all need to.
You know what? I respect it.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't her kill, right? It was for Astrid to do,
Yeah.
right? Because
I respect it.
Fair.
the grandma and Israel, all these characters are just evil for evil's sake. They have no like actual reason to be evil. They're just
No.
bored. They're just like, I need to be evil.
They're just raised
Like the grandma, like what the fuck? You're so evil.
I was actually upset that she let her fly off. Like, I just like really annoyed. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was annoyed at the time too.
Like just kill her now. Like who cares who done it? Like do it. Like
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah.
Square it away. Don't let her go back and tell other people.
Yeah, like the blue blood, I understand. Like they're kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
chill, but like matron.
Fuck that bitch.
No, it bothered me because I was like, she's going back and she's gonna fight against you. Like, what if
Yeah.
she bites you in the ass?
Yeah, what if you
know?
like save your energy, kill her now? Y'all like wasting time, like your monologues, but also like not killing people when you have the chance, like letting people go, mercy killings,
Yeah.
saving people who are already dead. Like, come on, guys.
Well,
Like,
they were like, oh, it's gonna be good because it's gonna show weakness when she goes back and like.
no, if she's dead, she's
didn't
dead. Like,
kill Manon.
just make her not return, so they'll be like, where is she? Let's look for her. Send waste
But I was
resources.
happy
for her.
was Astrid's kill because
Yeah.
of what she did to Astrid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
definitely.
I
I was
agree.
like,
And I guess her baby did not come back to life like we wanted.
I know.
yeah, you guys were like, oh, it's elite. I was like, no, guys, like,
I
there's
know.
no way, like, that would be so weird.
We're so off track. But,
Like, I had the same thought, but I was like,
Right.
it's not actually like,
You dismissed
It
it,
doesn't
before
make-
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be like too much,
Yeah.
like interweaving of stories.
Still.
I think it was nice that her, like, not nice, but it was like a good story that her child was actually,
Mm-hmm.
it's like fucked up.
It's good that in the end she killed her. And like, I'm not as angry about her not killing the grandma because Astrid got to do it in the end.
Yeah.
So it's fine, but at the time I was like,
Like, we don't have time for this. There's things going on in the north. Kill her now.
seriously.
Listen, the biggest grievance I have is with Aelin not killing Erawan, like locking Erawan in the gates. That's the There's
Yeah.
nothing that can top that.
No, that was fucked up.
She did the most royal fuck up.
Honestly.
You had the 3. Dorian literally spent the whole book getting the keys.
Dorian would have never done that.
He would have just been like, "Rip, I'm
He
going."
was like, take Erawan, thanks, bye.
No, Aelin has to go bargaining now. Okay, I'll trade you this one. Anyway, Manon rallying the Crooked.
That was great. Like,
I
she
loved
did
that.
take her time. Like, she
She did.
didn't want to push it. She was smart about it. Like, she kept
was.
her pride. Her
Also ruthless.
I mean, it was kind of fucked up bringing the
She-
people.
Exactly.
That
Because
was
she
really-
did set it up
She
to
did.
like make the Iron Teeth come.
Yeah, according to Dorian's sword, yeah, she did. She lied about that. But in the end, I did like when they manually buried
Yeah.
the people there
That
that
was
died.
really cool.
That was really cool.
But the Karen Queen and Dorian, I was like, Dorian, are you sure we have no further use of her? Like,
It was so fast. It was so like, oh yeah, whatever, fuck her.
Well, why'd he kill her again? Was she just annoying, or?
he didn't feel like they needed her.
Oh, he was just like, rip.
He was just like, yeah, you're. I don't think he trusted her at all. So
I
was
mean,
like-
for good reason. She was leaking the information
She
real
was,
quick,
right?
but
So I was like, good, but at the same time, I was like, Dorian, that's like kind of quick. Like, let's think about this.
I was like, no, let me just kill her real quick. Why do we have her again?
Any chat?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Is it dead? Why?
You're back, and it seems better already, sorta. Okay.
Well, we're doing what we can.
We are doing what we can.
We are. Okay, I was shook when Manon offered to marry Dorian.
So was I.
Shook. I was like, that is so not her.
True.
It's for her people.
But she just didn't want him to go. And I respect that he said no because he didn't want it to be
Yeah.
out of like,
Duty.
like
Yeah.
desperation or whatever. Like it should be out of love. So I really respected that, how that went out. But at the same time, I could feel how she felt of like, I don't want you to go.
Yeah.
I wanted to do everything to prevent him from going and potentially dying.
Honestly, yeah. Do we know when this book was published? Like this last one, Kingdom of Ash? Because I'm like, there's so much to do with Manon and Dorian in the after.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of a story. I'm just like, he's still playing the long game with her. He's still like
Yeah.
not wanting to like try to like scare her or like get her.
There's like some growth that could happen on both sides.
Yeah.
As they learn how to be like royals or like
October 23rd, 2018.
So it's not that long ago.
Yep.
6 years.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Over 6 years.
Yeah, but she writes like a book like every 2 or 3, right?
Yeah.
So it's like 2 books ago.
That's why I'm thinking, like, after she writes the Elaine Ezreal book, that she could come back here and create short stories.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
she
each
could.
of these, like, kind of couples.
Because I want to know what's going on for the next Yule Miss or Shaka, whatever holiday you want
Yeah.
to release them on. Maybe a few
Manon
Valentine's Day
Dorian,
special.
Nesrin and Sartak, and Aelin and Lorcan deserve
Yeah.
a story.
I
short
agree.
story.
I agree.
Even if they put it in one book, even better.
What about Adian
Yeah,
and
like
Lysandra?
Assassin's Blade.
Yeah, 3
yeah,
short stories.
they're epilogues. I
Would
agree.
love.
But yeah, she could just do a Frostlight thing, like a
I
whatever you
agree.
call it. Like,
Start
jam.
yeah, like can you
Watching
please
the
square away these
sun.
couples? Even throw in Adian and Lysandra in there, just see
Oh,
what
yeah,
else
I
she's
forgot
doing.
about Aelin and
What else
Lysandra.
she's doing?
But they're kind of like
Honestly.
together.
I'd like
Is
to
there
s-
some story left?
For them, I don't know.
Yeah, also like for me like
Adventure?
Fenris or like Lysandra
Fenris I would
Evangeline.
Well, just everyone in their own, like, just a like a post op on all this, like after all the war, how everyone's doing in their corners of the world, like
5 years down
what's
the
going
road.
on now, like who's doing
Fenris
what.
deserves someone.
Yeah, he does.
Look, I'll sacrifice myself.
Like give him a girlfriend, boyfriend, anything, like something.
Anything.
Like we'll take it.
Rolf, I would follow a Rolf
Oh.
story, like a little pirate story.
Are you kidding?
I would bang that out.
I'm
bro.
like reading this other book series like on the side. Well, anyways, I read the first book and like one of the main characters is a pirate, and he has like hardcore Rolf vibes, like hardcore. And I'm
What's
just
the
like,
book?
it's the live ship traders. Anyways, I like read the first book. It was like, what's it called? Anyways,
I think I saw it in Goodreads.
yeah. Anyways, and like one of the characters has mad Rolf vibes, and he's like not described as like that hot or anything, but I have like the hots for him just because like he's like just chatting
Yeah.
Rolf, you know? 'Cause-
You read romance books, so I'm sure.
It's not
Yeah.
romance though.
Oh.
Like there's almost no romance in it. It's really just fantasy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But I like Wolf
Really?
because of his like just the quips that he says and like a lot of comic relief and shit like that. Like he's just
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
oh.
Oops. I accidentally cropped out the.
I
I know this
recognize
person, though. Yeah, I
the
recognize
artworks,
this
but I
image.
recognize who it is. That was the same one who did a lot of the artwork I used
Yeah,
for
that's
Stay.
really, she's
The
really good.
Lord in the
Not
North.
bad.
The Lord in the North.
Cute.
Or
Gods
Harry
and
Potter's dad.
Gates, ladies, part 2. So it starts with
Cheers.
Dorian and Morath. This is when he like destroys Morath, basically.
Who that?
Is that Erawan?
Mm-hmm.
That's Errol?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he can't be that hot. Sorry.
He's described as like really good looking because they choose these like beautiful bodies.
Everyone's good looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dorian just moves in there as a
Dorian
raven.
doesn't even need a team. Like, he can solo anything.
He could just solo everything. He said, I'm gonna go get the third key, and he did. Just
Was
yeah,
he's
anyone
making his
nervous?
own decisions. He's like, oh yeah, I circled the place, analyzed the place. I went in. Oh yeah, I was also putting cracks into the foundation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, literally replacing.
Where did you
full-
get that idea?
And I'm doing while I'm doing that, I'm also mentally manipulating this bitch, but also analyzing the thing, but also like
looking for the word key, like
And
all
also-
by himself.
and right now I'm a cockroach, but let me do that. So he's a cockroach, but also putting weaknesses in the
rat.
foundation.
He was a
And-
rat.
But wasn't he a cockroach too or something?
Yeah,
he was
he
like
was.
everything basically. He became like
It's
a
like
rat cockroach.
Dorian, like, where did you like come from? Also, who else was nervous when like he just left the 2 word keys like in the shale?
Me.
Yeah, it's true.
I was like, you left them where?
It's not like he even left them separate.
I was
Like
like,
one
bro.
word key here, one word key there. He
Yeah.
got 2 of them.
Yeah.
at the same time.
I was like, you were where? With who? You did what? With who?
and he flew straight there. After.
Honestly,
I was like, what if Maeve's following you?
But didn't he fly there, pick up the keys, drop her off, and bounce?
You didn't kill her. That actually pissed me off. I was like, yo,
Y'all people don't like
Kill her ass.
opportunity killing. You had all your power too.
kill
With
her
the
ass.
keys. Use the keys to kill her.
She was so hard to kill.
Oh my
Kill
god.
her ass.
These people don't like taking opportunities, boy.
Wait, what? Yeah, you know, I respect it.
But
He
he
did it
was-
slow.
Hi, Roo.
He's like, okay, I've been waiting
Roo.
around for too long.
he was hiding in his like closet station.
Remember Milo?
Oh. He's sniffing it now.
Hey,
I remember
Roo.
that guy.
Like unplugs everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So funny. But yeah, Dorian was badass.
I was
as
just
fuck.
like, where did Dorian come from? Like, from like learning how to wield his magic in the last book to like the most powerful OP person who levels Morath single-handedly.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, she did a good job of like making him kind of the underdog for the last like 7 books and making him
Yeah.
like so that like in the background he's been doing all this shit, like just accumulating all this information and all that. Like even just the being forthcoming to actually willing to sacrifice himself for everyone.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, Aelin, take some notes. He would have, like you said, Kayla, he would have done it to a T. Like no question.
Dorian
Exactly
is
what
like
else?
Gladly, like
he's so sweet too in how he does it. Like, I don't know, he just has a good heart. Did any of you have like an instant of doubt that he was falling for Maeve's shit?
yes.
No.
I did. I fell for it. I was like, because as he was talking to her and she was like, suddenly they were like, oh yeah, we can get married now. And I was like, he ain't no fool. He ain't gonna do that. But then when he said he took his hand off Damaris, and I was like, why he do that? Like, is he actually... No, at first I think Maeve said something and then the sword warned and I was like, don't fall for that's Maeve tricking. I was like convinced that she was tricking
don't
him.
trust it.
I was like convinced that she was being tricked or something. And then when he did the Uno reverse card, I was getting mad at him. I was like, you are being floppy in this building. You left the keys over there. You're trusting this bitch. But then you Uno reverse card. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I had a moment, but I was like, nah. You know?
No, I was fully
I didn't
like,
think that
fooled.
Maeve, like, I thought that Maeve was falling for his thing. I didn't know that she had a backup plan, actually.
yeah.
So as she said that she was gonna double cross him, I was like, oh shit. But he had already prepared to double cross
Yeah.
her. I was like, okay, Dorian.
And weaken the foundation of the like whole land. Like, shit.
Roo. Hi, Roo.
Hey.
He's like, why are you hanging out with these people?
And you know, like, Dorian is a really kind heart. Like, he had all 3 word keys. He could have travel the universe. But no, he just said what he was gonna do.
But that was my thing. Like, okay, he's flying with 3 word keys on his person, and like this whole book, like this whole series, we've been told like they're so powerful.
Yeah.
They like call to your blood, like na, and he's just like doing it
And chilling.
and chilling. And I'm like, okay, but is that like realistic?
Maybe he's just
He
mega
didn't
powerful.
get caught, which was really surprising to me.
But it's like the flying with 3 word keys that would have corrupted him. Like a
Yeah.
normal person that should have like fucked you up.
Well, it's giving like
corrupted
Harry
you.
Potter and the Horcrux vibes. How like the more he had, the more like he was getting triggered by them. Like, but no, he just flew at them and said, "I got him, ready to go." Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this should have been a bigger thing, but I think she was like running out of time.
I think so as well.
and
The book was
space in the
huge.
book.
I feel
to,
it
like,
too.
Yeah.
And but it's just that you spent literally like 8
Oh.
books building up to it with the whole like the word marks, the word gates, the word keys, the word this, the word
Yeah.
that, like, and so it did feel a bit like not anticlimactic, but just a bit like
Rushed.
yeah.
Yeah, it felt that way. Like I was like annoyed a little bit by like everything else was taking so long, but this was rushed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Anyways, that's just
Maybe.
a bit of an editorial. Oh yeah, next.
Bless you.
But this is just more of the same of what we talked about for part 1, but yeah, Terrasen's still currently fucked. Like
Kayla, are you sick already? I'm like
I'm allergic to
okay, I was like, did she already catch my thing? I was like, fuck.
no.
Because you're like as congested as me. I was like, oh
Just
shit.
congested.
But yeah, it sounds like the
Yeah,
wine
alcohol
is
makes me
directly in your
congested.
sinuses. Like it just
Yeah.
went straight here.
I don't know why. It's so bizarre.
Oh, that's such a cool image.
It's nice, eh?
Yeah. Fuck, these
Oh.
orchestras.
I thought that was so epic when the Crokins come up. They arrive. And they're like, we came to honor promise made to Aelin
Yes.
Dalathinius. And I'm
Love-
like, fuck you, Darrow.
Yeah, I love
Because
it.
Darrow's there. I'm like, fuck you, asshole.
And they were
Honestly.
still like talking shit to them. She's like, "We're here to save your ass."
Yeah.
Literally.
That was
I was
really
like,
cool.
"Good for you, Manon." Like, she doesn't give a fuck.
And they really tried to give a Darrow redemption arc real quick. Say, like, suddenly he loves children. I was like, wait, what?
I know.
He was like, "Yeah, oh, like
Suddenly,
Evangeline changed." his
Evangeline
mind.
changed his life. I'm like, not, like, really? Because he hated Aelin the whole book. Fucking asshole.
He's trying to sneak up on the table to eat some cheese.
Yeah, he loves cheese.
Cheese and charcuteries.
Cheese. Miss Root, you know.
Aww. We hadn't met our neighbors when we went to Greece,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Hmm?
I don't know if I'd do
Did
it
they-
again.
Why?
I don't know. He seemed a lot more peaceful after I picked him up from your place than after I
Really?
picked him up. Yeah. Even though he was with other cats.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, like when I picked him up at your place, he was literally like cuddling on you, like chilling.
Yeah. He got used to the cats after. He was like, okay, Milo's gonna like try shit, but he doesn't actually do anything.
Like, Rue just fell in line in the
At first
hierarchy.
he was a bit scared of Milo because he likes to jump up. He likes to wrestle. He goes like this. So he was like, what the fuck? Then he realized, okay, Milo just does that shit. With no like intention of harm. He's just like trying to play. So he gained more confidence after.
Yeah, like, so anyways, maybe next time we go on travels, we'll come back to your place. I was like, it would be so convenient if, like, the neighbor lives downstairs.
Well, how did he come back from the neighbors? Was he just anxious? Was he like?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, I went, like, when I went down to pick him up, he just, like, ran up to me. As soon as he heard my voice, meowing. No.
Take me home, please.
Like, freaking out. I was like, oh my god.
Maybe he likes like having. It's like maybe he likes the daycare atmosphere at your place with the other
Yeah.
cats and everything. Like
I think-
social club to take his mind off of his parents being gone.
I think
Yeah.
some people are just good with cats. Like,
Yeah.
I think my neighbor downstairs, it's just like, he was like, whatever. He was like, never home.
But does she have cats? Do they have cats?
He doesn't, no.
Because I feel like some people like they see cats kind of like my mom does, where they're like, oh, they'll take care of themselves.
Yeah,
Like, just let them. Here's food. Here's a litter bite. Like,
I don't think he gave him a lot of attention. I think Rue also likes the female touch a lot. Like, he's
Mm.
better with women than he is with men.
Oh.
Yeah. Or at least with men who are very gentle.
Mhm.
Like, for example, he's better with my friend Nat than he is with my friend. He hates my friend Matthew.
Wait, Matthew Fuller?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, but he loves Nat. You
The
know?
cat's like,
It's like a vibe. It's like a vibe, right?
bro likes introverts, man.
Yeah.
It's true. Cats are like that.
Yeah.
Because dogs would probably prefer the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dogs are like more like into the extrovert type.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways,
Alright.
moving on.
Terrasen is fucked the entire book, literally.
Honestly, so fucked. So it's just ages, okay? Like the whole fucking book, Terrasen is just like a million things happening for ages. But yeah, I think you were already talking about this, Joy, about like Evangeline and Darrow. Like Darrow basically just suddenly redeemed because he likes kids.
I did like the moment where they kept
redeemed.
Yeah, they kept saying like how Evangeline was shaking like all night, I did like the part where he was like, "Well, here, I need you for this. Here's a task for this. To keep her mind off." I found that really cute. I was like, okay.
It was sweet. It was like, and even for me, Darrow was redeemed in my mind, but it was an easy fix.
Yeah,
you know. So yeah.
Making her the ward
But I
of
loved,
his estate. Like,
I know that was so cute. I loved how she was like the messenger, and then at the end of the book, she has like she's corralled children to be messengers.
Love it.
Yes,
I need to update on her too.
I
Sarah,
know, that's what I
please.
was saying. I agree.
I need updates on everybody.
Yeah. Oh.
Gabrielle did not have to do that. Okay, I stand by.
I
that.
honestly feel like it was unnecessary.
I feel like Gabrielle was suicidal. I think, no, seriously. Because, like, Aiden was saying, like, I don't know why he did that. Like, he didn't need to do that. So I really feel like Gabrielle felt like he was done with life.
Maybe he just wanted to do something
think?
super honorable and be like spoken about for decades or something.
It was so stupid to me. I was like, just stay on this side of the doors and you'll be fine.
Just use your power.
Because he held his shield there from far away. So why couldn't he do it?
Yeah.
It really pissed me off because that's another example in this book where I felt just rushed.
Let me just, I haven't killed anyone, let me kill someone now.
Yeah, or like, the intention was always that Gabrielle dies, so like, we'll just do it this way. But it wasn't like, it didn't pull at my heartstrings. It just happened and then I was disappointed.
Yeah.
So that annoyed me.
I mean, even Dorian's dad died for a reason. Like,
yeah.
Gabrielle just died just to drive the plot or something, like, to make Aiden sad. Like, Jesus.
Well, we knew he was dying.
Yeah,
like, Gabrielle's gonna die.
He was gonna die. As soon as he was like, how come I didn't get the blood oath? I'm like, he died tonight. Like, he's gonna die. She didn't even give him the oath. She should have made him swear to blood oath. So she could have been like,
you will not sacrifice yourself.
No, but legit, maybe that's why she didn't do it. She's like, oh, maybe he's gonna want to save his son, so let me not lock him into anything.
You will not die.
Like, you will protect Terrasen. You would have left his son there.
That's so sad, though.
But it was like, okay, and they never got to have a relationship. He was just like sad.
That's why it's so tragic.
It was cute when Kale was like, I wish you were my dad. I was like,
yeah.
Kale?
Yeah, he said that to Gabrielle.
At some point.
When
Gabrielle?
He tells Gabrielle, like, Gabrielle's like, oh, I think my son hates me or whatever. And Kale's like, no, your son's always gonna, like, wanna.
Yes, you're right.
And then he was like, I wish you were my dad. And Gabrielle was like,
yeah. But it felt kind of like he was just saying that.
Really?
Really?
I don't know. Like, it felt like he was saying that to like make him feel better, but like
I really
believe I wish you were my dad. Like,
well, because his dad is right over there being an asshole.
Because that's a shit.
Like, this is after the dad was like, yeah, I didn't give your mom any of your letters, by the way. Like,
yeah,
your whole life.
Like, anyone could be better than his dad, you know? Like, I don't feel like he was saying it like, Gabrielle, I wish you were my dad specifically.
He probably told Dorian, I wish you were my dad.
Anyone,
like, Aelin, I wish you were my dad.
Anyone else. Done a better job.
But still, no, it felt heartfelt from Kale to me, and like that's why I really loved Gabrielle, like this whole thing.
Of course, yeah.
And that's why his death, like I knew he was gonna die, but the death felt really underwhelming, and it was disappointing.
Yeah.
You know,
made me think though, didn't like Nehemia, is that her name, Nehemia?
Yeah.
Did she need to die?
Right?
Like, I get it, you died to drive Aelin into action, but it took Aelin like 66 years to get into action, even though he's
trash, because it's Elena who's behind that.
Guess what? It's not 66 years. It's probably 1 month. Like, it's like a couple
no, but
weeks.
literally, when she went to Leyland, she was grieving still, no? Like, when she was, like, beating up people in the streets and
She was
shit.
grieving after Nehemia.
Yeah, like, but I'm like, if you didn't die, she wouldn't need to grieve and waste time. Like,
You know what? My Kingdom of Ash, Nehemia was old news.
Honestly,
She kept bringing up Nehemia. I was like, Nehemia who?
but you're right though. It is all Elena's fault. It's all Elena's fault.
Yeah.
Like,
Fucking
I don't know
Elena,
why.
And then she gets saved for what?
For what? She literally ruined your life. Literally killed your best friend.
Elena?
She told your best friend to kill herself.
She needs to atone. Why are we trying to save her? There's actual people dying.
like that
here.
bitch. Like,
We need
I
to
don't
ban
understand.
everyone. Like, she disappointed me.
I want to make a trade. Oh,
I said, oh my god, like, and you banned Dorian because what? Probably he would have told you what the fuck is you doing.
Dead.
Okay, Elite's cutting battle. Elite was amazing in battle.
Yeah.
First, I love you, Lurkin. Love.
I died.
You were so cute.
Oh my god, they were so cute. When he finally says "I love you," I'm like, I'm sorry. This cold-hearted like demon man.
No. And he was so adorable when he was like, ask me to marry
Yeah,
you.
he's like, tell me
And
what you
then he's like, I'll think about it. And I was like, okay, Lurkin.
I love that he was like, ask me to stay, and he's like, stay. Ask me. I was imagining him like,
It was adorable. I'm like this dark.
ask me to
brooding
marry
man.
you. I was like, I guess.
Oh, I'm dead. I want to see more of them.
Love him.
I
Yeah,
need
I
to
really
see
do.
more of them.
Since she wrote these books, like, I assume maybe before or whatever, like the other books we read, who do you think in other books is based off Lorcan, or like is Lorcan vibes in other books?
Asriel, 100%.
What about is there anyone dark like that in Crescent City?
That's why we love
Or is that
Asriel.
Rune? Anyway, I don't know.
Rune is not.
He's not dark.
He's not that dark because he is still very likable. Like,
yeah.
he has a lot of friends and everything. Like,
Baxian.
who is
Mhm.
Baxian? Is the Doberman guy?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
what's her name's
The
chick.
wolfhound.
Yeah, the chick's boyfriend.
Oh, yeah,
What's her name?
yeah.
Danica's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't really
He's
get his
dark.
character much.
He's dark though.
He
He's
is
like
dark.
evil.
Yeah.
He's like
Dark, evil, broody.
And then,
I don't know.
But yeah. Oh, Lorcan, I love you.
honestly, Lorcan's like one of my fave across the
Oh,
universe.
yes. Definitely.
You know, it's just like, and he's so strong.
Anytime there's like a shadowy dark character based in hell or something, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, like
love
Alex-
immediately.
Why are we obsessed with darkness? Like, what's wrong with
And you know
us?
what's crazy is like 3 books ago, I hated Lorcan.
Well, yeah,
when he was being a dick.
he was like trying to kill Aelin.
Yeah, I was like, stop trying to kill her. As soon as you give him someone to love, I'm
But
like
you
in love
know
with him.
what? Like, I wasn't even mad at him then, to be honest.
Really?
Like, I found a recent picture of Lorcan when he's like shirtless and
Yeah,
when
no.
he's pretending to be like, I don't know, some sort of ringleader or
Oh,
whatever.
like the
in
juggler
circus.
thing? Yeah. Need to see.
Oh my god. Honestly, delicious.
here
I would
we
lick
go.
those ass. Yeah, I've seen
Oh
that
my
Oh,
picture.
with a lead here watching him,
Oh
I
my
was
God.
like, oh yeah.
Whatever you gotta
He's
do.
so hot. Why is he so big and muscular? It's so
Like, oh, yeah,
Every
okay.
picture, he's towering over Elite.
He's
Like, towering.
Just
I'm
too
like,
much.
I can't.
and the fact that he's 1 trillion years old. Oh,
Like all that experience.
In love with a human.
Yum.
Oh, so sweet.
and
So
he would
freaking
literally
sweet.
do anything for her, like anything, even when she hated him. The part where she was like, I'm just trying to understand why you love Maeve, because I need to understand why I love someone so terrible. I was like, ah!
I know. Oh my god.
Like, good for Elise. She got to like stand her ground.
Yeah, definitely. For the
She
first time in her
definitely
life too, like with all the shit that she went through. Like,
Yeah.
if only she could get the foot surgery, you know. I want to update on that too.
Yeah,
because,
what's the
like I need
update
to
on
know
foot
if she goes, she
surgery?
get the surgery.
What the heck? Okay. Oh. Yeah, well, Lysandra, still being really badass.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have more to say about that. Because honestly, for me, like, part 2 for the Terrasen battlefield before Aelin gets there is like it's just a continuation of part 1.
Yeah.
There's like not that much to say. TBH. But
Oh,
recap now what
Ooh,
happened.
you found
Interesting.
that.
You put everybody in there.
wait, is this the same artist for all of them?
Yeah, actually it is. I like put her like anyways like 6 times, but it's her for all the pictures.
Bastard is so pretty.
Yeah, I just felt like they all deserve to be honored. So they all deserve to have their picture there because that scene was so fucking traumatic.
Very
Yeah, pretty
multicultural.
dark.
Love him.
Yeah.
ugh. I knew the yielding would yield something sad. I was like,
But they
wait,
all
like,
didn't hesitate.
yeah,
Like,
they're
they
just like,
went
we're
for
gonna do it. This is our duty.
This is it's kind of crazy. Like I don't know how Manel's gonna find another clan like that.
Yeah,
A loyal.
we're gonna need an update, please.
Because
on
she's
her.
alone, right?
Yeah, she
now?
has.
Like,
That
she's
was her
alone.
gang, like,
I know.
and they were loyal to her from even before they separated from like the whatevers.
Yeah.
They're the ones who were like, even though Manon like literally rebelled from the entire movement, they were like didn't even question it. They just followed her, like loyal.
Yeah. So that's why I would love to have another short story of Manon and Dorian's story, but like also her, like how she's gonna manage without
her 13.
her 13.
Yeah.
Like, how's she gonna create those friendships again? And Dorian, like how is he gonna manage being the new king? Like there's a lot that goes into that. Like he has travel with his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
SJM, the
politics.
series isn't over. You have to like square up these things for people.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need like
I need closure.
yeah, it's not enough.
Yeah, it was so sad, that scene.
You know what they should
Like,
do? They should pull an Avatar where in the next Avatar book they just feature a pop into this land or something like
That's true.
crossover real quick.
Yeah, because like she's like, oh, I'm gonna go train the other Wyvern babies. Or
Yeah.
whatever. Like okay, like let's get a story about it.
Yeah, exactly. I
Let's get a
need to
book
know
about
what's
it.
going on. Like,
But Kroken's going all in on battle.
mhm.
They are not flinched.
They did do. They fought hard.
Mm-hmm.
Even the blue bloods or whatever that the people, the Iron Teeth that like rebelled, they helped a lot too. Like, but yeah, the witches weren't playing in this war.
I was impressed that the Krokens went all in like that because like it's like imagine it was you and you just pull out your dice and you're like flying to war and then you're like, you know,
I never fought in my life.
I have never fought before and I have no powers, but let's go.
But straight up, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Like, they're just coming out of their homes. Like they've never been like told they've never told anyone that they're witches. And then I don't know. I was like, wow, you know, like they're really rallying behind Manon, and it's like hundreds of years that they're like in the war, like or like this feud.
And now that we know it's been only a year, that means she like killed the Rhiannon like 5 seconds ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it like she killed
That's
Rhiannon
true,
like
yeah.
under 6 months ago or something.
Exactly.
Like Jesus.
And they're still rallying behind her.
Yeah. Fuck.
So I don't know.
That's
It's a
what they
lot.
had the like flame, the like endless
Yeah.
flame.
The 13th sacrifice made me sad.
That was the
Especially-
saddest moment ever.
Abraxos. Like we just
That's
discovered his mate was
rough.
Nareen, I think.
Yeah.
Like the name of the
Astrid?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wyvern?
Wyvern. I'm just like no. It's like
It's true. I only noticed it at the end when they were like, why Abraxos was staring at the place where his like mate was dead. And I was like,
Was that what it was? Oh shit, I didn't
like
even
they
think-
mentioned that he was
Yeah.
staring where his mate once was or something. Like he lost his mate, and I was like, it's true. Like
it's so sad. Like and we don't get anything from Abraxos after this.
yeah.
You know, I'm like, what happens to him? Is he okay?
Actually, now that I think about it,
Or
like
him.
the point you were saying earlier where we want an update on the training of the wyverns, I don't think that could happen because then that's encroaching on Fourth Wing's territory where we get another training academy
Oh yeah.
of like dragon training.
Yeah.
So maybe that will happen, but I would like an update on everybody, please. SJM immediately.
Yeah.
Please.
What's your done with Akatar 6? Take your time. Not too much time. Take your
Yeah, well, we've skipped ahead to this, but that fucking it's almost like it was worse for me, Abraxos losing his mate, than the sacrifice of the 13, because we've gone closer to Abraxos.
Yeah.
You know,
He's so
and, like,
emotional.
He's so emotional. He was like getting whipped, and he's like this wildflower loving wyvern, and then it's like yes, it's just like nice heart, and then you know,
Yeah.
Yes, but the 13 are 13 fucking people.
yeah,
They all died over one wyvern.
I know
Oh my god.
that's true.
Facts.
13 plus their wyverns.
So like 26.
Yeah,
Well,
it was
like 24 people because it was 12, right? Wait, they were 13
Yeah,
with
12.
Manon or 13
Yeah, I
with
think they were
Manon?
13 with Manon.
So, like,
12.
24 lives just ended like that.
You know, like, yeah, it was rough. Like, I understood, like, okay, Braxis was injured, so she couldn't fly in. And I was like, oh shit, is she gonna fly in on Lysandra? And I was like, then that's GG. Like,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah,
done.
seriously.
But, okay. And then, no, I think the 13 was pretty fucked up.
Sad. Sad. And I hated how sad Manon was. Oh, it was just too much. All her friends gone like that.
I thought Rexus was dead. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I was like, he go die. I was like, but I knew she couldn't do that. Fan favorite.
Yeah, but the 13 died after. I was like, oh.
we only knew like 5 of them really closely.
Yeah,
Astrid was
okay.
really chill. Sorel was her third, right? So
Mhm.
I knew
she
Astrid was gonna go for
chill.
sure. I was like,
And we knew Vesta, but that's it. Like we didn't really know.
well, we knew
what
like the
else.
evil twins or whatever, the
Aelin
twins,
fell on.
and the other ones are just like others.
Like
Like,
Astrid deserved so much better, but I guess it's like she had her mates, if you will. Like
but she lived.
she had her.
She did what
life.
she wanted. Not did what she wanted to do, but she like served her purpose many times. I find so sad. Yeah.
Oh, that actually crushed me. Manon's mourning, like she's such a strong, like solid person, and then like you see how she becomes the whole end of the book,
Yeah.
and she's so disconnected. I don't know, like kind of her like arc is like going from like really powerful and then like powerful in a different way, in like
Yeah.
a good way, but then just I don't know, it's just sad.
Yeah.
There's no redeeming end for her.
Exactly.
That's like exciting.
I feel she gave so much and lost so much
Yeah.
that like she couldn't even like be celebrating with everyone else. Like
Yeah,
all her
that's true.
all her friends died. Like it's just
Yeah, exactly.
She
It was a
lost
lot.
sacrifice.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she did gain the waist back, which is what
That's
it was
were
what she
fighting
wanted,
for.
and they ended the curse or
But she has
whatever.
like no one to share that with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dorian's in the other like continent or whatever the fuck. Like
That's the thing. I hope that her and Dorian are able to like find something. Like
with all these powers, y'all can't like make air
I
travel.
know.
Like air travel,
Seriously.
guys. Come on, like.
But she was saying, oh, it's only a couple days, like Wyvern travel to.
That's what
and
Daryl's
he
guys'
can
flight.
shapeshift us to a wyvern, so he can also make it.
They
Like,
can meet
Can't they just
halfway.
meet up like somewhere?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
look at like a fourth wing. They are separated for like months.
It's true.
True.
They're flying all the time.
That's true.
Long distance.
Because that's the thing, like with all these magic powers, but they're still like traveling by sea, which takes like 6 years. I'm like, ugh.
I know, it kills
It took me
me.
3 weeks to get there, guys.
But doesn't I feel like Maeve is able to travel quick. Like,
I know.
how, does she use her power? Like, she says she uses mirrors and shit, but
she
like,
can't anymore though. Dorian took it away from her.
what?
Remember? When he left Morath,
Oh, yeah,
he
he does.
severed the like
Yeah, and
Oh,
her
shit,
brain.
yeah.
memory of
Oh.
her being able to travel
Fuck.
locations.
You're right. No, that was so like that's it. That's another thing. How the fuck does he even know?
Yeah, how do you know how to do that?
It's like, come on.
Alien
Okay, the
and
Wyrdgate
Dorian.
situation. What we've been, the moment we've been dying to talk about. Also, I really want. This is the fucking Easter egg we've been waiting for.
Oh yeah, it's true.
You know.
That's so funny. But it's like, why does Rysan help her? Like, does she know her?
But does this happen? Do
Do
we see it from the other side? Because I could have sworn there was a scene where they're looking at Starfall
You think?
and some. I don't know if this
during
happened. But, like,
Starfall? I think?
but I could have
there's-
sworn they were looking at Starfall and then Rysan did something. I don't know. I could have sworn I've seen that.
Stop.
Maybe I'm imagining.
They're at Starfall, and no, something does happen. But I have to
When
go back
she's
and read the
pregnant?
scene.
No.
That's
No,
in
when she's
Silver
pregnant.
Flames. Oh no, then that's in
No.
Silver Flames then.
In
Also.
book 2.
Yeah, I don't think
No, but
so.
book 2 she's not heavily pregnant, so.
But it's funny that like she came through. She was like, oh, like when she said Mount, like a city circled by a river. That's
I
Crescent
know.
City, right?
Yeah,
And then she passed through, what is this called?
like I knew. All I remember is her riding like this winged fae and is heavily pregnant. I was screaming. I was
Yeah,
like,
I was like,
I
that's
freaked
definitely-
out.
I
I was like,
screamed.
Sarah, you're a freaking genius. And she wrote this years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like Crescent City and then Akatar. And then when she talks about the mountain range with the stars, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm dead. I'm literally dead.
Loved it. Ugh. I was so happy to like see them.
But what's that? Knew the dark, strong figure, the face that was hers and yet not hers.
So you?
The last line, I couldn't figure that out. Is it that she looks like Feyre?
I think like she's a descendant of him.
Oh.
They must have the same descendant.
That's what
Or
I
the
was
same
thinking.
ancestor. Whoever his ancestor is similar to hers. he doesn't have any fire powers.
Who has fire powers?
The Autumn Court?
Yeah, just nice people, no?
But favorite technically, because she has everyone's.
That's true.
She knew him. Okay. Maybe
She
he
knew
looks
him.
like Dorian.
That's what I was gonna think. Because I thought the whole time Dorian was like either an ancestor or like of someone who looks like Rysand because he had like similar appearance.
Why would she say that? She knew him, knew the dark, strong figure of the face that was hers, not hers. Like, but that's the thing. It's not like they've ever said she looks like Dorian.
I think it's Dorian because she knows his face. It's not hers yet. It's hers in the sense they share the same past, like ancestors. But like his appearance is different than hers. Like he's black hair, like blue eyes. Rysand is black hair, purple eyes. But like she's like it's like mine, but not like mine, like Dorian is.
Yeah.
Like we share the same ancestor, but it's not the same.
Okay, but why does everyone look like Rysand in all the books? Like,
Like,
Rune looks like
Rune is
Rysand. Like, jeez.
Rysand's ancestor is like big deal.
Because I was here like generating theories. I was like, okay, the sword that Dorian has is like truth teller or whatever. I was like generating like freaking theories, but it's not. And I'm like,
oh shit, you're right.
I was really thinking that it was like the sword that like freaking, but it's not. Or is it?
But I do think like Dorian and Rysand must be like
related, just like Rune and Rysand.
Yeah, they will have black hair.
Well, I mean, if like
Blue eyes.
in Crescent City, isn't that where we learned that from their land? Multiple times people cross over into different worlds and they just dwell there. So maybe people from their land or his descendants left to that land or whatever.
Yeah, I think so. I think like they have the same like ancestor.
Except they don't have the wings and then the whatnots.
That's maybe why he recognized her. He was okay.
He was like, oh, let me catch you real quick. Here. Yeah. You're going way too fast over there. And Farrah's just heavily pregnant in the corner. Like,
yeah, she doesn't know what's going on.
Like when they say heavily pregnant, I'm just imagining like gigantic, like she's just waddling there.
Yeah, 8 months pregnant minimum.
Yeah, seriously. Wow. So that was like my favorite part of the book.
That was as well.
Yeah.
I screamed today is when I read that, so I was screaming.
Okay, so
I thought you like gave up on the animation.
Yeah, no,
at this point you just like created the full slide comes out.
I don't know what happened here. I guess I forgot. Yeah.
I think you were too pissed off and we're just like,
apologies.
Hello,
I
Valaris.
forgot.
There's that name, yeah. Like I said, like that fucked me up. I was like, oh shit. Like
that was really
makes
cool.
sense. Like his dad, we were debating that. We were like, oh, was his dad nice or not? And we were
Yeah.
like, fuck that guy. And now we're like, oh, I guess he was nice.
He was nice.
Yeah, it turns out he was nice because he kind of, well, he's the reason I guess Aelin didn't have to die or Dorian didn't have to die in the gate. I was annoyed why Aelin had no more powers after the gate with Dorian.
Because
like,
didn't she use all the...
Because she pushed him out. Yeah, I think like it was a slow drain.
But even though all his powers were gone, his powers did diminish because of it.
No, they did diminish, for sure.
If I was him, I would have been extremely
But
upset.
she pushed him out, and then she just used her powers to like fill the gate.
It's like, he had unlimited giant power, and now it's limited because this bitch decided to like... And she wasted it.
Well, yeah, she did waste it. Like, what was the... I don't know. I guess she sealed the gate, technically, but like... I don't know.
It was like, I don't know.
She
The whole
sealed the gate technically, but the
I guess-
idea was to banish Erawan with it.
Yeah, it's so stupid. The whole gate situation pissed me off. I don't even know what to say. It was like she loses her powers, Dorian doesn't. Injustice. And then also, like, where does Dorian's dad come in? And how does it help her? She loses her mortality. Then she, like, does this stupid shit where she, like, tries to exchange Elena for Erawan. Like, why? That's so fucking dumb. Then the gods betray her. I'm like, everything was frustrating.
Yeah. But I think that's why in the books they kept talking about her settling. Maybe this was her settling or whatever, where she, like,
which is a
becomes
parallel to
fake.
Crescent City.
It is.
Right?
I was just about to say, because in Crescent City, similar things happen where when, not Aelin, when Bryce goes into the gate and then she's in this inner world thing where she's trying to send the Astery out, and it's like a near miss situation as well, where she almost misses her stop or something. It's always like that, it seems. So I feel like maybe that was written based on this.
Yeah.
So
I agree. It's so interesting to see the parallels, but like that's her drop,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. No, it literally is her drop, and she needs it. They talk about anchors too.
But isn't her drop when she's going deep into her power and there's no floor?
Well,
But
this
you
was
know
a reverse.
how in Crescent City the drop is like your challenge that you do to gain immortality?
But isn't the drop just a way for the asteroid to take your powers?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's also when they like gain their immortality, right?
Yeah. So maybe this was her drop. I
The
mean,
asteroid-
she needed an anchor to get back.
Exactly.
I don't know, guys.
But it said anchor in the book.
I'm
it's
getting
true.
confused now.
No, the drop. The drop is what it's like your big challenge to gain immortality. So it's the
Yeah.
same for
But
Bryce
wasn't
as
she
it is for
already
Aelin.
immortal because she's
No,
She wasn't. She was
wasn't.
human. She didn't do
was
her
human,
settling
But
yet.
she settled.
No, she
No, she
hadn't.
didn't. Everyone kept saying, "When are you going to do your settling? You're vulnerable. You're vulnerable. You're mortal. You're mortal." They kept telling her that.
But and that's
They
why.
made it seem like the settling was out of her control. Like it was just something that happened.
Yeah, it was. But then I think this is what her
It's
settling
like forced
was.
it to happen.
Oh, that's why she turned Fae permanently.
Yeah,
Interesting.
which is exactly what happened to Crescent
I
City.
need Sarah to join in on the conversation.
I need you to an
provide some
update
input
and a bridge to Crescent City, please, because
I'm confused.
like it's getting like well then in this situation if we're comparing it to Crescent City, what was Aelin's ordeal? Everything was Aelin's ordeal.
Well, I feel like
She's
the
always
ordeal
an
was her and Maeve like being
Yeah.
tortured.
True. That could be enough.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, now that I think of it, you're right, V. Like I think this was the basis of the drop because it's exactly that. She needed an anchor to get back where she needed, and everything. But it's also extremely similar to the whole gate situation of Crescent City with Bryce.
Yeah,
It was almost exactly what happened.
it's so similar, and in Crescent City, the twist is just like the asteroid takes some of. Well, kind of. Actually, it's kind of like this.
Yeah.
They take some of the power, just like the
Yeah.
Wyrdgate and the gods here. What if the gods here are asteroid?
I was thinking that, especially when they kept talking about Asterian something, and I was like,
They were helping the lead, and they were helping like.
No, fuck the gods. The gods are douches.
The gods are
They're
douchebags.
helping.
Except
Are you
for
kidding?
except
the
for
betrayal?
Silva.
The
But,
betrayal?
like,
are
all of them
so
suck.
intense.
I'm like, y'all suck ass.
Seriously.
But
The betrayal here was like next level. I agree.
We should do a brunch, guys.
A brunch?
We could do a brunch.
Caleb been drinking. She's like,
Caleb,
brunch?
like,
Anyone? Brunch?
Kayla like scrolled on Instagram, saw a photo of brunch, and like, now let's do brunch.
Blood
I'm
alcohol
very
level
susceptible
1,000.
to marketing, like very susceptible. Like I remember I watched like a commercial and it was like about bread or something, and I was like, we need to buy that bread. My mom was like, you're so susceptible to marketing.
You are.
I was like, yeah, but that bread looks delicious.
So am I anyway. Like just anything related to like these books.
I
Like
know.
I saw the cards on Instagram and I ordered them immediately.
Do they look fun?
They do. Like the boxes have weight to them. I read reviews because people kept saying, "Oh, this business is a scam. You'll never get your order now." So I was getting worried. I was like, "Did I just like lose $100 because I paid $100 for both?" Yeah,
Oh,
Canadian because it was
shit.
American. So
That's
I
so
it was
much
like
money.
it was 70. It was 2 for 70. It was some deal in American, so it came back to 100 with tax and everything. But I was
Oh
like,
my
so it's
God.
worth. I was like, it's fine. I'll pay for it because it looks super fun. And there's like the cards. There's a lot of cards in there. They have weight. Like it looks fun. And the fact that I was able to get, I thought there was only the Akatar ones. When I saw the fourth way ones, I was like, purchase. I was like, I couldn't stop. I was gonna convince myself not to, but then I saw the fourth wing ones, and I was like, retreat. It's an investment. I have to. So
That's gonna be so fun at our retreat. I'm really excited.
It's gonna be actually amazing.
It's like all day book club.
all day, all weekend book club. Bro.
That's why I heard it's like, oh, like you'll be able to drink for like trying it. And I was like,
Well,
Looks like you'll have to start trying like
well, we checked.
late
though.
January.
I'm sorry, we gotta delay this.
Wait, when are you ovulating? Are you ovulating?
Because January 24th was when I'm ovulating.
Yeah, well, he needs to come up.
Which is like the day before I leave. I'm like, we gotta do it. And then, but then he's like, oh, but you can't drink then. And I was like, on the off chance.
Like imagine you're like your
First time
child,
we
and you're
tried
like,
it.
yeah, we were gonna have you in this month, but then there was book club, so you waited.
That's why you're a Scorpio.
I'm so sorry.
But I mean, like, so many people accidentally get pregnant on a drunk night.
Exactly.
So, like, does it matter?
I don't think.
I was googling it. I was like,
No, actually, though, like, technically, conception takes. It's not. People think that as soon as the egg hits the thing, you're like pregnant, but you're not. Like, your body, even after, let's say you do ovulate and you fuck that day, it will still take you like 2 weeks for your body to even, not even 2, maybe even up to 4 weeks for your body to even realize you're pregnant, to even start producing the hormones to show on a pregnancy test. Like, so like if you drink then, that doesn't mean your baby suddenly will have fetal alcohol syndrome or something.
Yeah.
It's really people who, to get fetal alcohol syndrome, you have to be like drinking
All the time.
every day, all day, every day. People get knocked up, they're drunk to get knocked up all the time. Like, I don't think it's not like a thing. Like, obviously, if you're trying to avoid, because it's gonna maybe give you a better chance health-wise.
Yeah, you might not.
But it's not gonna like give you like, it's not gonna cause issues to like the sperm or egg. Like,
Yeah. It just reduces your like
exactly.
chance of like conceiving.
Or it'll make it back, or make it easier. I don't know. Like, who knows? But I don't think it's like, it's not a big deal. Like, especially if like it's not like you're gonna be like drinking a 12-pack every day of the book club.
No.
Like all like 3 bottles every day.
Just start trying in December. No.
No, because then you'll be pregnant by the
No.
time book club.
You have to just no. Book club's important.
January 24th, like
Pregnant.
Aelin. Yes, I like that picture on right.
Yeah,
Oh, I love that.
She finally makes it after like 800 pages.
Straight up.
Is that the first time she actually gets there?
Yes. And it's 7 books.
That's
I
why
thought
B
she
and I
got
are.
there the first time that like right after.
No,
Rowan.
she meets up with Darrow and shit in like Ilium or something.
Yeah.
Not in Orinth.
Yeah, not in
Oh.
Orin.
Okay.
Like, she came literally the day where like Adian and everyone were like, we're dying today. Love you. Like, see ya. I'm
We're
gonna be
done.
fine. And then she just shows up and then they're like, oh, thank God.
The stag too, though. It's like shit. I lost.
I know, it's so badass, the fucking stag. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, are you kidding me? Fucking
Love it.
riding a stag, like, come on. The dream.
No saddle.
Seriously.
Yeah, no saddle needed.
Okay,
Like,
let's just talk about how the fact that they like act like the horse. They like okay, the horses like he was trying to go super fast, like kicking the horse, but also like slapping the reins. And I was like, that doesn't do nothing.
I was wondering-
But it's like, Sarah, do you know how people ride?
I was wondering because I was
Doing
reading
this,
it and in my
that's-
head it made sense because that's what they do in movies. You just go
Yeah.
all the time. And I was like, wait, maybe the horse people are gonna tell me something different.
Scares the
That's
horse.
fucking-
That's
yes.
about it. Like
That's some Joe Blow from Toronto, like, gets on a horse for the first time in his life. He's like, yeah! It's like, you're just an idiot, you know?
That's not making the horse go bad, Sarah.
But are you talking about like Elite on the horse, basically?
I think like
When she was like, fly,
she's like slapping the
slapping the
thing.
thing,
I'm
and
like,
it's
that
like-
doesn't do it.
And meanwhile, I'm like, how is Lorcan hanging on to the freaking horse that's
Like,
flying?
use your legs. That's about it.
Because I thought the horse would literally start flying. I was like, oh shit, is this like a Pegasus?
If your legs be loose enough for this, like you're not hanging on. Like you're fucking like you need to have your reins like with a bit of contact. Like there needs to be some sort of pressure that you feel.
Oh my god.
You're leaning a bit forward to go with the
She's like,
momentum.
no. So Lorcan is hanging off the back and she's like,
Yeah, like you can't have your legs loose enough to do this. Like you're not staying on.
I'm gonna go cough because I'm gonna die.
You're gonna go flying off the horse like that.
Okay, what's your water, wine?
I'm like,
Water, maybe?
yeah, water's good.
I need more coffee.
Oh my god,
I'll get water in your box.
too much.
Honestly.
No, this cough medicine is pretty good, to be honest.
Which one?
Vanillin cough.
Oh, yeah.
Because my cough was already like minimum, but it's triggered by laughing. So I was able, it lasted like 4 hours. So hey.
Oh, thank you.
No DUIs on my watch. Is anyone cold? I'm gonna turn on the heat, I think.
Okay.
You're
No,
fine?
I'm okay. But when I had that alcohol study at Concordia where they gave you alcohol on purpose to test your
drinking one?
it was like to test stress and alcohol consumption.
Oh shit.
So I didn't know I was in the group where they made you drunk and then put you under extreme stress.
Oh fuck.
To see if it helped. But honestly, if they were gonna put me under extreme stress and not give me alcohol, I probably would have been more pissed. So I was like, at least I got the alcohol group. But they told me that my alcohol level was increasing over time. It wasn't I was drunk right away after drinking. It was I was getting more drunk. It was slow.
Oh.
And so it's
slow trickle.
Yeah, so they couldn't let me go because they were we can let you go once your alcohol goes down to a certain level. But mine was kept increasing. So they were like, you gotta stay. So
That's so annoying.
yeah, I was like, fuck. It's not fun anymore.
Oh, Kayla, you killed me with the horse reins. I almost died of coughing.
I was picturing the horse with Sepet.
No, but that's the thing. I was reading it and I was like, this seems wrong, but it's what Hollywood does all the time.
It's what Hollywood does.
So it seems legit to me, but
I'm like, it's a mental thing. You're thinking you're making the horse go faster, but I don't think it's doing anything.
It's so frustrating, seeing that on TV or in books. Jeez.
So if she did that in real life, what would happen? The horse would be like, what?
I'd be confused.
I'm pretty sure nothing would happen.
Yeah.
Just slapping it
It
with
just
just
looks like you're sloppy, you're
So if I understand
I
properly,
think the horse would jerk its
exactly,
head,
because the reins are connected to the thing on their face, right? So if you're just doing this, the horse will just be like.
it's just distracting for him. He's like, dude, what?
And I feel like in the book the horse knew what to do already, so I don't know why she's whipping the shit out of the place.
Just use your legs.
It's just for dramatic effect. Aelin's journey to queendom. Okay, I was annoyed at Hussar. But also Aelin,
she's doing real talk.
Yeah,
She was being actual factual when she called her a stupid cow after this vote shit.
Yeah, she's
yeah. But the vote annoyed me.
It did as well.
I'm Aelin, have some agency. Make a decision, and then this was all ended up being a shit show.
Because that's the thing, is that she said she put it to a vote so that everyone could feel like they're participating, even though she knew what she wanted to do, and she still did something else. She still did something else.
She didn't even
So she didn't listen to the vote.
It's
You
so
voted
stupid.
because she was telling Rowan, she's like, but they already voted. I can't vote. I can't have them vote and do something else. But she did something else.
She did something else.
You idiot.
Seriously.
Fucking
True.
Aelin.
I was pissed. I was like, fuck Aelin.
Aelin's the worst.
She wasted the word.
Yeah, okay, that was exciting.
Aw.
Which we already talked about. But yeah, and then the little folk come back at the end and they're like, remember your crown! I love that. You left it behind.
I was wondering where it was. I'm like, they never brought the crown up again. I was like, But yeah, they were adorable and very helpful.
Which is great because she does, they did help her a lot. She should rule over both worlds.
But she always acknowledged them. A lot of people are like,
Yeah.
myth, but she always acknowledged them.
Yeah.
And I think this is a really cool part of Sarah bringing up shit she's brought up in the past
Yeah.
books. This the little folk, you don't really understand who they are in the beginning, and then you kind of get it more, and then I don't know, it's nice. I like how she tied that up.
She did a really good job with that for such a long series too.
Honestly. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Post Wyrdgate. Aelin just losing all her powers, basically.
So you lost all your powers for what exactly?
Exactly.
She was supposed to
Oh, what?
die, so it's better than her just non-existing.
I would rather die than live knowing I wasted everyone's stuff. I'm kidding.
But she said she
That's
imbued the sword with fire,
A few flecks of flame.
which I didn't know that she did.
Yeah,
that.
we didn't know that.
Wait, she what?
She imbued the sword that she used with flame.
Oh.
like her
Yeah,
fire.
against Maeve there.
Oh, okay, that's
I didn't
true.
know that. I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But then Maba or I don't know who
Mala?
Mala gave her some random power at the end.
Yeah, here's a nugget for your troubles.
Okay, so I need help understanding.
That's the least you could do, Mala.
Because my brain was
fucking
my brain at
struggling.
that part was, I was still so pissed over everything that my brain couldn't process what was going on. So if I understand properly, how did she, because there was a point where she said her smile turned into a grin like toward the gods. Did she screw them over? Or did she send them to another world or something?
Oh, Aelin?
Yeah.
She opened
hell
a
or whatever.
portal to hell
Yeah.
in their world, yeah.
And like, bye! Shit.
Why?
You wasted-
Why? Because she was bitter. She was like, you fucked
You
me
didn't want to
over."
save Elena? This is what you get.
Yeah, but
Let me have my whole world suffer,
you also
though.
fucked up. Like, you should have just let them take Erawan.
Exactly. And then have Dorian have his full power to take care of the whole army, and then
Have on like.
Fini
It was so
Pesto.
stupid. It was so stupid, Aelin.
And you know what? Is that even in Crescent City, I was similarly annoyed because everyone kept saying, oh, if you go close the gate, you will die. Obviously, she did not die. Somehow someone saved her. Some god gave her a little kernel or something that helped her come back, just like in this book. So, like, I don't know. I just feel like it was kind of like, because I get it, it was to make the character come back to life or to not die. But it was just kind of, you spent literally from book 1 talking about the Wyrdgate until now, and then it just ended this way. Like,
Yeah.
you guys literally hunted the world for these, for her to just use them in kind of a careless manner. So I was just like,
It was so underwhelming and frustrating.
yeah.
And it's like we've been waiting this whole series for Aelin to have like a badass moment with her powers.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, at the end of the book, and it's like, oh.
But listen, she said that her parents called her Fireheart not for her powers, but for her heart.
I know, and I
For
get
her
that.
heart of fire, the fact that she's so resilient and strong and whatever.
And it's
That's
true.
what got them the win, not her fire powers.
I get it, and I can see the poetic justice in that, but you're still like a reader on the outside, and you want that, you know?
Yeah.
Did this happen before or after the 13 died? Like her.
Wyrdgate?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember.
Before,
yeah.
See, had she not done that, she could have saved them.
She could have, yeah. She could have. But
She could have just removed Erawan.
Like, she could have done the Erawan thing after, but everyone voted to do it right now. So it was like,
It
but
was
I was like,
such a
who
bad-
voted? I was like, let me know whose names I need to.
It was such a fucking bad call, the whole like, oh, well, you know what, just Elena for Erawan. I'm like, baddest call.
That was a very bad call. That made no sense.
I'm
There's
like,
literally people dying. I'm like, did you read Anion's story?
No, but I was
Because
reading this and I was
that's
like,
what-
did Sarah think that we would be like, oh, like she's saving Elena? I was like, I was screaming, fuck this
Elena,
bitch! This bitch is dead. I was
I
like,
haven't heard about
who the fuck
Elena for 4
cares?
months.
She's dead.
Like, I hated her from like
Yes.
the fact that this has been a burden on Aelin from A1 day 1. That this bitch knew the whole time that Aelin had to die and didn't tell her. I was already done with Aelin. I was like, fuck this bitch.
Elena's
Like,
only
fuck
happy
off.
because she has to. Like, it's a part
Yeah.
of her, like, whatever, like, her duty at this point. Like, she's
Bro,
not doing
even-
it out of the kindness of her heart.
even
like,
her man was like, I don't need to see her again. I live with her. Like, it's all good. Like,
listen, they're
oh,
dead.
the fuck?
Who cares? They're
Exactly.
Dead, they're dead. Like,
Aelin, I really didn't understand what was the point of saving Elena in any single way, because she's dead déjà.
I think it's, because like, you know, Dorian was like summoning Gavin or whatever a few times, so it's like
Yeah.
maybe that's why, but then it's not like Dorian and Aelin spoke about that, so.
yeah.
I'm just like, I didn't understand, like, I guess I get it, you want to save her from eternal nothingness or whatever, but like, also, who cares? Like, this is her punishment for
She's
all that she
already
did.
been dead. Like, she's dead.
It's her punishment, though, for like what she did, right?
It's probably like even like a blessing for her. She's like, I finally get to rest in peace. Like,
Honestly, yeah.
And at the end,
Yeah.
she's
have to
still...
live in
And
this
fucking-
burden.
Elena deserves it because she's the one who put them in this situation
Exactly.
in the first place. Like,
No, but exactly. So I'm like confused as to why Aelin felt she needed to like help her or whatever. It wasn't gonna help the war or whatever in
Yeah, she
any
didn't
single
need
way.
to.
So that's I just got really confused. I'm like, I was trying to wonder what maybe Sarah was thinking. Like, did she think that we would be like?
Because Aelin is just the type of person to just build bridges. That's who she
But
is.
she's dead already.
Like, she doesn't
I'm
like
off the-
put anybody, like, everyone that she meets, she's like, I'm gonna build a bridge with you
Yeah.
guys, like, so that we can be friends later on. Like,
yeah, that's what she does.
that's all
But
she
like
does.
she already like it's just I just don't get it. I'm like Just like Rowan said when she was like, "Oh, I want to save Elena too," and he was like, "Fuck that bitch, you my wife!" Like,
Honestly, yeah.
she lived long enough. Oh, like,
Yo, Aelin has a god complex that she has to work on.
I'm like, you do not need to
You
be
can't
doing
save
all of
everyone.
that. Like, you have a god complex, but you do like wasting time too. Like,
Seriously.
she's like, "Oh, I deserve to die for 10 years of not doing anything."
It's like, come
I'm like,
on.
or you can do something.
And it's like, girl, like 11 months ago, you were saying you didn't want to like have anything to do with this.
Yeah.
You just wanted to like buy nice
You just
clothes.
wanted to be free and
It's
shop.
true. She did change a lot.
That's what happens when you put the world in the hands of 18, 19-year-olds.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're moving on.
Irene
Okay.
being the true,
Great. I love that she managed to defeat Erawan, which was like kind of the bigger threat.
without losing her baby. I knew they wouldn't kill the baby. I was like, there's no way they're gonna do that. Like,
Yo,
that's too
straight
much.
up, Aelin and Irene saved this whole fucking situation.
I agree.
It was
It
like,
was Elite's plan, right?
yeah, it was Elite's plan and then Irene's execution.
Well, low key, like the way Aelin wants to put it is that like she was hoping that they would catch on to what she was stalling for or something. So like when Aelin was, I think she was hoping that this would happen, that they'll figure out a way to
Yeah.
get Erawan to like.
But I'm like, why would you just hope? Like, express it.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, everyone's
That's what I'm
life
saying.
is on the line.
But
like, why
they
you
do
just
that a lot where they like assume. Same thing with the letters. Like you send them hoping that they're gonna like come. I mean they did come, but like so it's always like, oh, I hope this is gonna happen, and then it happens. So then you're like, but yeah, I mean it's a book. What am I gonna say? But yeah,
Is Elite here?
on the
Yeah.
right, yeah. Yeah, but I will say that the scene where Aelin's like standing outside the gates in front of like Erawan, Maeve, and the whole army, like it gave me shivers.
Yeah, that was really
honestly,
cool.
it was really cool. Even though she has like nothing left.
it reminded me of
Oh,
this
sure.
of that the like war picture where it's like one person like this in front of a bunch of like shooter cannon thingies. Like it really gave me that vibe. It was very noble and stuff like that.
Yeah, and despite the fact that she had no powers, it was so her, like talking
Yeah.
them up, like being all arrogant and shit. I was like, oh.
But it made it seem like she had a lot of power doing that because she's like, oh, she doesn't even need an army. She's just gonna come destroy us. That's why they were like, ugh.
But that's why I like when she said, she's like, I'm relying back on who I was when I was an assassin. She's like, I was super powerful and had so much power when I was an assassin, relying on other things, not relying on my firepower or like my magic.
I agree.
So I was like, that's good. She used her other resources, which was her like arrogance, her like fake, like I don't know, like playing with people's minds. Like she was using all of that, those skills that she learned.
Yeah, exactly. It's cool. It's actually, in a way, it's like that full, like, cyclical thing, right? Back to who we knew her as in book one.
Yeah.
Well, she was being Selena, right? Selena.
My
The
animation's up.
denouement. Okay, babe. Winning through collab, cunning, and not magic. Yes. She didn't have a choice. But I feel like we always knew it was going to be a collab.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there are so many powerful people in her group.
Well, those her ancient the quadruple well, I guess we're a trio now. Well, they're gonna be 4 in a follow up. Like the yeah. I mean, they're supposed to be the most powerful of the land, so I was waiting for them to like use their power. Like
Yeah, they didn't actually do kind of anything crazy.
Yeah, no one did except Irene and the lead, which is...
Yeah.
But that was fucking sick with Dorian.
yeah, I love that
Yeah.
part. I was like when she was like, "Oh, we need Dorian," I was like, "Ooh, for what?" I was like getting so I was like, "Ooh, tell me." So when everyone was being summoned to Irene, I was like, "That ain't Irene." I already knew. I was like, "That's Dorian or something."
Really?
It was. Yeah, because I was like, it would have been too, like, how would she have been able
It'd
to
be
summon
risky.
him like that? So I was like assuming that they used Dorian to like project or something or whatever, but I assumed there was some trickery going on, so I found that pretty entertaining.
That was cool. Okay, the one thing I will say though, and like this is what I have like comments on, is like, where the fuck did the Northern Fae come from? Like I feel like they were mentioned early in like book 7, and then
With
she
the
makes
wolves?
she makes this portal like with the word stones with their feet or something, and then they come out the wall. I don't even understand how that happens. I don't know who they are. I don't know why they're there.
Well, she said like as not just her, but as her and Rowan as they were fighting were like drawing them in blood or something, and I was like, how? Like I couldn't understand how you would even have the time, how the word marks or whatever would even. It was just really confusing.
Felt like a reach.
I felt like it was just a way to like. She needed to find a way to like save the situation with none of the characters that were already mentioned.
Extra, like,
So she just like added in something real quick.
Yeah, it was a reach because we don't even like in all the other books you don't hear about the Northern Fae.
I don't know. I was like, did I miss something?
Well, actually, now that I think of it, they did have a little thing where there was a part in the book where Aelin and Rowan were like, let's go back to the books, and then it just skips to something else.
Yeah, but this is in book 7.
No, but I mean in this book what do you mean?
Yeah, in this book.
No, but in this book, there's a part where right before an end of a chapter, it's her and Rowan going back to the books that Irene brought, and they're like reading through them about word marks or something, and then it just skips to something else.
But that's what I mean.
You think
It's all in
that's
book
what it
7.
is?
It's
But I
it's not mentioned in any of the
Oh, that's
books
true. You're right, you're
before.
right.
So it's like it feels like a reach, like a last minute.
it did seem that way, to be honest.
But the Northern Fae, they're from this world. They're just from the north.
Yeah.
Or are they from a different world completely?
No, they're from this world. They've just been hidden, kind of like the Mycenians, but for Terrasen.
But why only at this point are they being summoned and not
Yeah.
like
And why would they be willingly summoned?
And why are they only being mentioned now? We don't understand what their like MO
did she
is.
send them a letter?
Yeah.
Anita said this time. Like,
Letter.
be ready
A
to be
strongly worded letters.
like
It's
be ready to be like summoned at this time. Like
There's like a coupon for like 50% off an iPad or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's like I don't know.
Okay.
sure, we're coming, and we're here. We're gonna move here too. Like, and I was just really confused. I was like, wait, what?
That felt like too much for me. I was like, okay, no, that's a reach. Sorry, I'm not on board.
It's like I would have preferred if like I don't know, some of the evil wyverns like switched over or something. Something like just
I
don't know.
agree.
Like,
I was like, not a new character.
because I really hate that in movies too, where like or in TV shows where the person that was hiding the whole time or the gossip girl or the whatever of the story was some random person and you're like they did that in Pretty Little Liars a lot, where like the Pretty Little Liar, the person who is wasn't even part of the main story. So it's just someone from left field. Exactly, it's just some random ass person, and you're like,
It's like I don't know.
That suck.
You don't understand them, so it sucks that I don't know. It bothered me. And then, my last point is just on the farewells. Which
I liked it.
I liked it too.
It was sweet and like everyone going their own way.
Need to follow up immediately. Soon, please.
So sad. I love that Rowan was a good dancer. Like I love
Yeah.
that's a thing at the end. I don't know. I was really sweet.
Oh, Elite and Lorcan.
They're getting married soon. And then
Yeah.
it was like they were like, Lysandra and Adian are also going to get married soon.
Like they really love marriages in these books, bro.
It was like they
Sergeant
really need
Maas
to
love
seal the
marriage.
deal. But like, did Sartek and Nesrin get married?
They're going to if she's gonna be Empress.
Yeah.
But they keep saying she's Empress, but like, are they married though?
Not yet.
I just wish they told us if they're fucking like. I mean, I assume they are, but like, I want to see it. Like, ugh. I feel like this one needed a bit more spice, but I get it. We were in war,
Yeah,
so
there was
it makes
no
sense.
spice
But
in this one.
Not enough spice. So 2025.
spice.
Well,
Yeah.
Onyx Storm will deliver. I hope.
What is gonna be our next one after Onyx Storm?
So exciting.
Who's that? Wait, it would be me.
Because Onyx Storm is like a nobody, right? It's a collab. So
Yeah.
after that, yeah. You'd be
Well, we can like at the retreat. If everyone brings suggestions, we can like
We can vote.
vote on it and choose. Well, I mean, we would say that like you get veto power since you're gonna
Yeah,
be the
you're the
next
next
one.
I'll be the
Host.
final. If we have a draw.
But we can
the
bring
final
like
decider.
suggestions. Ooh.
I already know a suggestion that I have.
Damn, we spent the whole year reading Sergeant Maas.
Like, listen,
Basically.
I really feel like my top. I don't know, it's hard. Like, A Court of Thorns and Roses is really like top for me, but Throne of Glass and Crescent City. It's like if because Throne of Glass is so long, it's like I really like Throne of Glass, but like like reading through so many books, it's like I don't know, it's like a really long journey versus Crescent City is a bit shorter in that
Mhm.
sense.
Even though they're bigger books.
Yeah, I do feel like I maybe like Throne of Glass more than Crescent City.
Me, it depends because I like each for different things. I feel I'm more biased towards Crescent City because in Crescent City we get a whole ACOTAR like reveal situation and interaction with the characters with dialogue. So I was like shook by that. And that's the only reason why I keep telling people to read it. I'm like, you only need to read it. If you miss ACOTAR, read that one. I'm like, that's all I've been telling people. But like Throne of Glass, I did like a lot of things about it. Like a lot of the different couples. There's a lot of variety in terms of like the world and everything. The whole like assassin mystery angle thing I really liked. Crescent City too, I did like the whole murder mystery in the first book. The last 2 books, other than the whole ACOTAR thing, I was just like,
What's interesting about Throne of Glass is I almost feel like it has everything that Avatar and Crescent City have. Just like she wasn't able to delve into it as much
because she was being more like conservative about
and then
it.
and then she went deeper for Crescent City and then Avatar, and I like them all for different reasons. Honestly, I really like them all for different reasons.
Yeah.
I just think like I love Throne of Glass. I've gotten to love the characters so much, but you can tell the quality is just not as much there in the writing.
Well, I feel
as the
like
other
Throne of
books.
Glass walked so ACOTAR and the other one could run. Like, because I feel like, especially I could tell in her writing, I feel she was getting more and more confident with writing like spice into the story near the last few books. Whereas like obviously in ACOTAR they start fucking like immediately, well almost immediately. Like there's no like 7-book build up, but like
yeah, but it's still like fucking like a book and a half. It's
True.
long. I remember having a friend reading it, I forget who, but being like, yeah, what's the spice?
don't they have sex? They have doesn't
Like Tamlin
and Farrah have sex in
Yeah, I
the
guess.
first one, right?
Yeah, I think they do. Yeah.
And then Mist and Fury is where everyone falls for
because I remember when I first read ACOTAR that I was really shocked, like Tamlin biting her on the neck, like in the middle of the hallway. I was like, whoa, okay.
Well, yeah, when he was like, you need to hide from me, because I was
like, hide from the Callan.
Oh shit! I was like, yo, damn, okay. No, please find her, please. I was like, and then he turns out to be an asshole, and you're like, okay.
I actually kind of want to reread them.
I'm gonna reread that at some point. I know I am.
At some point I will, but
Want to fall in love with Rysand
again.
again.
I want to read.
I miss Rysand.
He's like the pinner. Like I find what am I saying? Rowan is the most similar to Rysand that I find. Like if I compare the books, I don't think there's not many people in Crescent City that compare like that. Maybe Rune, but like who are like super strong and really hot and everything, but also like really supportive as characters to their women. So.
But this is the thing. I don't like when a man is too supportive. It's like call me out, you know? Like Aelin needed to be called out on her bullshit.
Honestly.
That like Wyrdgate shit.
Yeah,
like she needed to be called out. Everyone was like, "Why are you?" I'm like, "Bitch, no. Like call me out." So that was like a little bit of like, Rowan, come on.
But they're always like that, where like, oh, my fireheart could do no wrong. Like,
yeah, I was like,
love you forever, whatever you do.
Like,
stay alive, okay?
Like a bit of tension. Like you can't just be like, oh, we're mates, so everything's happy. Like, no, there could still be some like friction. And then you come back from the friction.
Well, that's why I always like the side relationships. Like in Crescent City, I like the Rune and whatever her name is
or
relationship.
Lydia.
Yeah, I love that. I love the conflict, the lies or whatever. I love all of that shit. So that's why I like Lorcan and Elite so much, because it was so like, it wasn't just like love you forever. It was a lot of like typical relationship shit.
She's like, that's fucked up.
It's unacceptable.
Like, I don't like that. We're taking a break, and yeah, and then they came back, and that's fine. Like, I feel like she should have done that, and Rowan should do that too with Aelin.
I feel like Adian and Lysandra was a bit more on the toxic side of like.
Yeah, Adian was toxic though. Yeah.
If you don't do what I want, I'm mad at you. Like,
not the whole time though. There's just like that one instant.
Yeah.
Where I think he felt betrayed by Aelin. He was taking it out like in the wrong way. But I can't believe we've read all of her books.
Yeah. How many were they in total?
It's been
7 plus 5 ACOTAR plus 3 Crescent.
And they were big, the Crescent City.
15. Is it 15? Yeah. 15 books.
Well, Kate to My Mash is like 2 books. True. It's like 1,000 pages.
With like 15.5.
Do we have anyone on our chats? Because my phone's dead.
Oh shit, I stopped.
Your phone died?
Yeah.
I don't know, I can't check.
Shit, I have to like restart. My phone, I have to restart. Bad technology day.
Yeah.
It is a bad technology.
Jeez.
Seriously.
We're struggling out here.
Where
But,
is
I'm
the-
excited for
The
Onyx Storm.
chalet.
I guess from now until Onyx Storm, we are on a free.
Yeah. But we have a lot of work ahead of us
We
to
do.
prepare for book
I
club
do want
retreat.
to prepare for book club retreat. Like I want
We
us
have
to
to
do
like
like
set
a
up the PowerPoint, the food,
yes.
the like
I think we should do a separate meeting.
schedule. Yeah. We need
I
to like
can't
schedule
talk
out the
about
day.
this.
I agree.
I can't see the previous parts of the chat. What is technology?
You can't see that. Oh really?
Yeah, I only see Harrison's like, all right, guys, I'm out, homies. But I can't see anything
He told me
else.
he said he's out.
I can't see anything else. Like the previous messages. We need that dual screen, guys.
Yo, seriously.
We do.
My phone is such shit too. It dies after like an hour. these
What
days.
phone do you have?
12 mini.
Really?
Yeah.
I have 11.
I have the XR.
Oh my god.
10,
you
11,
shit.
12. Yeah, yeah. And
You have the newest one, B.
Yep, the newest one.
Battery sucks. Have you guys changed your batteries?
Not yet.
Not
Mine
yet.
is on. It's like I checked the health. It's like 75%.
Me too.
It's like on its last. I have to charge it like twice a day if I'm using it actively. Pretty bad.
that much.
Yeah, I can't see the previous parts of the chat.
But it's apparently like not great quality. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying, so.
Oh yeah, he was saying that again.
Yeah, it's like there's times it cuts out for like 10, 15 seconds.
Oh my god.
I'm like gonna get mad at Ryan.
just be like,
I'm gonna
we
tell
are
him-
switching back.
It's like not Rigel's fault at all. It's
I'm
just
I'm gonna tell him we have to change our Wi-Fi. You're in charge of Wi-Fi.
Book club is suffering.
It's just because of you. Oh my god.
I don't know why.
Okay, so we need a second monitor. Like, guys, give us money so we can buy things. No, I'm kidding.
I'm 100.
You're right. I can't see the rest of the chat.
Hi,
Just
Rue.
all right. I'm out home.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
Hi. I'm done with you.
Oh, I think it's because since our break,
Oh, does the chat restart with the break?
it looks like it.
Or does maybe the stream stopped and started at some point? I don't know. Oh
Sure.
well, we tried.
We'll see in our bond.
We'll see what happens after. It's all like weird looking.
Well,
Book club. Ooh.
What's on
join
our next?
us
Yes.
January 23rd to 26th for our book club retreat and Onyx Storm
Themed
read.
cocktails, themed food. How are we gonna do themed cocktails and themed foods?
We will figure it
on
out.
the fly.
You have the book. You have
We'll
the
still have books 1 and 2. Like we can still do like
Okay.
theme
Yeah.
like Basquiat and stuff. Games, live stream reviews as we read Onyx Storm.
We only
Yes.
dress in black.
Yeah.
Oh, ooh, that's cool.
I wish our chalet looked like that.
It kind of does
It's pretty
almost
close,
like
yeah.
we're gonna be on a mountaintop thing.
Besides
Like-
the millions of books,
Yo, I would die.
this is Canada. Like,
This is Canada, pretty much straight up. Like honestly.
So exciting. Okay, well we should end this stream, but thank
Join us.
you all for listening in today. Please join us. January 23rd.
Yep. Book club retreat. Onyx Storm. Pre-order your books now. Not sponsored.
Oh my god.
Pre-order your books now.
yeah.
Rowan, what the fuck are you doing?
Rue.
He needs his guest appearance.
Rue.
Hey.
He's like, me no habla inglés.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm good.
Well, back.
Oh, there's a chat.
Yeah, there's a chat.
Oh.
Is now live streaming. Huh? I guess we did.
So our internet is shit. That's all right.
Rigel said that. Sorry. No.
He's the internet guy. He's in charge.
Oh, Rigel.
Rigel, fix it.
All right. Bye.
Bye, guys.